I'm Stephanie Catalano, licensed clinical social worker, personal development author, life coach, public speaker, and the host of the Mindful Makeover podcast. I am committed to bringing you insightful conversations that will help you move forward in your life, turn your dreams into reality, feel good, and live your life on purpose with purpose. If you're ready for healing, empowerment, and transformation, you're in the right place, so let's do this. Hi everyone, welcome to this week's episode. With everything going on in the world, I feel led to connect with you all and share some insight and mindful tips. As we all know, there's a lot going on right now, a lot of outside noise and the unknown, which can definitely be scary, but it's okay and it will be okay. In this moment, I invite you to pause, to be still, to be here now with me, even just for this moment. Regardless of what's going on, it's so important to know we are all in this together. And while sure, can the coronavirus or the scare of the coronavirus impact everyone on different levels? Absolutely. But we can always come together and connect in the space of what we feel and what we choose to focus on. With that said, anxiety, fear, hysteria, panic, worry, and negativity are all contagious. In fact, highly contagious, but only if we allow such to be. In other words, negativity and the other unpleasant things that I shared are only contagious if we spread it by talking about it, by focusing on it, and by creating scenarios of the what ifs. I know it can be difficult not to react, but it is possible not to react. In fact, it's a choice to either react or not react. And if you're not reacting, you would then be responding. Appreciation, calmness, faith, light, love, gratitude, and positivity and peace are also contagious. In fact, these feelings are even more contagious. These energies truly are the most powerful energies in the world. They have the ability to heal people, to lift people, and they spread far faster than anything negative. But again, we have to choose to spread this. No matter where you are or what you're experiencing, from global concerns resulted from this virus to anything personal that you may be experiencing, right now more than ever is a good time to take a deep breath and take a leap. Leap into trust, leap into faith, leap into choosing what serves and supports your highest self and the greatest good of all. Leap into healthy habits that are not only preventative, but also really good habits just to have for everyday living, such as washing your hands, staying hydrated, eating healthy, not touching your face, and all the things that right now we're being encouraged to do. We should be doing these things every day, not just because there's this outbreak of this virus. The other day, a dear friend of mine shared something with me, and it resonated so deeply. It had nothing to do with the coronavirus in particular. It was more a message that could help in raising your vibration. And I'm sure you could agree now more than ever, I think it's important for all of us to be really, really intentional and mindful with keeping our vibration high. So I'm going to share this message with you. It was written by Kyle Grayuk. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his last name wrong, but he is an individual who identifies as a spiritual guide, and he said something that was so beautiful. So here it is. He said, "Thank you, Archangel Raphael, healing angels, and anyone else who can help. I welcome your healing light into my body, my mind, and soul in this present moment. I realize that I deserve to be nourished and I deserve to feel full and well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My body is the safest place to be on this planet, and I allow my vibration to rise in the presence of this healing light. It feels so good to be well from tip to toe. Ah, welcome, healing light, welcome." And so it is. I was so moved by this message, and I hope you are too. I had never heard anyone say, "My body is the safest place to be on this planet." But that really, really resonated with me. And I think because for so often, we forget that our body is us. So often we're disconnected from our body. We see it as something separate. But our body is this organism that's been on this journey of becoming forever. And it's so important to tune in, tap in to inside of you and really, really look in and connect there. And I just thought that was beautiful. So I'm going to share his message in the show notes. And if it resonates with you, I invite you to read it out loud as many times as needed. It truly is a beautiful reminder that we are the most strong and powerful when we connect to our bodies, which, by the way, our bodies are so brilliantly created and filled with wisdom far beyond anything we can ever comprehend. We are so strong, we are so healthy, we are safe. I always say this, but looking in and connecting to your breath and choosing to be here now is probably the best thing you could ever do for yourself, because when we start looking to the outside, we drift so far from reality, and then it's no wonder we experience things like anxiety, fear, worry, and panic. Also, during this time, do your best not to feed fear, but rather to thank fear for showing up, because let's be honest, it's fear that actually helps us and guides us to do that which serves us. In this case, with the virus, fear is helping us take precautionary steps of action. It's helping us be more mindful. It's helping us to wash our hands. It's helping us to be more mindful when it comes to not touching our face, or leaving our phone or whatever on random surfaces and then touching it and then putting our fingers in our mouth or whatever. None of this is bad. Fear isn't bad. But here's the thing. Fear can only become problematic or a barrier if we react to it and get caught up in the frenzy, the panic, and the worry. Also remembering, fear is an illusion. It's something we create in our minds. Love is the only thing that is truly real. So please do your best not to react. Don't allow yourself to become so stressed out over everything that's going on in the world right now. I can't say that enough, because guys, stress is not good for us in general, but especially times like this, because as we know, stress weakens the immune system, and then we become at greater risk for becoming sick, whether it's from the virus or just a common cold. So here's a few mindful tips for you. They can only help you. The first one is breathe into your body and notice how you're feeling. No matter what you feel, acknowledge your feelings and allow them to flow through you and out of you. Emotions are energy in motion. I'm going to say that again. Emotions are energy in motion. Therefore, what we feel must flow through us and out of us. Feelings aren't meant to get stuck and locked up in our body. That's when we begin to feel the tension in our neck, our back, or maybe the pit in our stomach or our throat or in our chest. So one way you can accomplish keeping yourself in a state of flow is by exercising, even doing a quick yoga practice. You don't have to necessarily go to a yoga studio. You can pull up a quick yoga flow on YouTube and do like a 10 to 15 minute practice. You can even do a quick dance session in your room. My husband can testify to this, that I'm known for doing that every now and then. If I find myself feeling in a little funk and I'm not sure why, I quickly dance it out. And there's something about just moving my body. It snaps me right back into the present moment where I'm feeling good. The most important thing is moving your body to allow energy to flow. Also, cultivating elevated emotions. What I mean by this is choosing to focus on things like appreciation. Appreciation for all that you have, for your health, for your family, for your income, for the food that's in your fridge. Choose gratitude. Choose to see the good. Choose love. Another practice is meditation. Even meditating 5 to 10 minutes a day, which we all have time to do. It's truly a life-changing practice. And during times like this, it will really help you stay calm, centered, and collected. Also, I'm suggesting that you eliminate the amount of time you're spending consuming news, whether it's from the TV or social media. There's so much chatter right now, and so many people are being misinformed. I don't believe intentionally. It's just the name of the game, right? It's kind of like the telephone game that we used to play in second grade. You know how we started off passing around the word zebra, and somehow zebra became xylophone. So it sounds silly, but it's the truth. People are passing along information, and I really do believe it's with good intent, but at some point it actually becomes not useful. And although everyone's doing their best, just try not to get caught up in the chaos of media. Take ownership of your overall well-being mentally, physically, emotionally, and energetically. Self-care is always important, but especially important right now as the world is in a heightened state. One way to accomplish this is by setting an intention such as, I choose to feel good no matter what. I am only focused on wellness. Or you could say something like, I have a well state of mind. coming up with anything that's going to help you not only stay aligned, but also realign, because, hey, we're humans and it's really easy to fall out of alignment, especially when those around you are perhaps out of alignment. I notice that for myself. Sometimes, I wake up, I do all my spiritual practices, which sometimes I do those moment to moment, and I really work diligently and deliberately to be in a space of alignment and to be in a space of feeling good. But sometimes the noise around me whacks me out. So for me, I always have an intention to help kind of guide me back to the here and now and guide me back to alignment. So come up with whatever makes sense for you. But the most important thing is coming up with something. And overall, making healthy choices, kind of like I shared above, but drinking water, eating healthy plants and foods, washing your hands. And the most important thing, reclaiming your power. Reclaim your power. We are humans. We are the most powerful of all living creatures, but we are not powerful when we outsource our power. I'm going to say that again. We aren't powerful when we outsource our power. In other words, we don't feel powerful and we aren't powerful when we look to the outside world for answers, or when we look to people, places, and things for our answers. When we give the media power over our own thoughts. This one always gets me. Sometimes I find it so sad that so many people become victims to the media, and we forget that we have the ability to create anything we want to think, anything. Why would we let the media fill our head up with certain thoughts and even beliefs for some people? So reclaim your power. It does us no good to react to the outside world. As always, look in, connect to yourself, use your breath as guidance, and also use your breath as a tool to reset your tone. Breath and breathing is the answer. If every person made even a small effort to look inside of themselves, to choose to focus on love, shifts would happen on such a massive level. Everything in life is a result of how we show up, and it really is our individual responsibility to choose how we show up. We can't expect the world to change, right? But we can make the change, or we can be the change. And if every person takes ownership in being the change, then guess what? The world would change. So wherever you are, I know you all are doing the best you can, but these are just a few different things that you can begin to do or continue to do if you're already doing them. And it's not just right now because we're going through this global concern with the virus. These are everyday things that we can do. So please, I invite you to join me in choosing to show up in light and love. Join me in looking in and looking up. Join me in rising above and choosing to only have space for wellness and goodness. We can see the current global situation, or any situation for that matter, as the worst, or we can thank our beautiful, incredible, amazing universe for providing yet another opportunity to choose love and to wake up to the power of love and release the fear that is creating panic, which doesn't stop the virus or serve any of us. As I end this episode, I want you all to know that I love you so much, and I invite you to affirm with me: I release what I can't control. I surrender to what is. I choose to see the good, and I choose to feel good. All is well. I am well. We all are well. I am supported and I am guided. I choose to be here now. I choose, I believe, I am. Thank you for joining me today. If you found today's episode to be insightful and inspiring, subscribe so you don't miss out on the next one. And I kindly ask that you please leave me a review so together we can help the next person. To learn more about my products and services, check out www.themindfulliving.com and come connect with me on Instagram at mindfulliving.now, where I share daily inspiration, mindful skills, tips, and more. Until the next episode, stay mindful and always remember the power that lives inside of you.